Now, this was something I wanted to do because I love teaching, number one, but majorly because I needed an extra source of income, and I'm glad I did those things. Now, I was stretched, believe you me, I was stretched, having to cope with lectures and work. I was stretched. Hello everyone, welcome to day 15. If you followed all through to this point, just to you, thank you for staying with me. Thank you for sending me questions. Thank you for reposting. I see the reposts, I see the shares, I see the likes, I see the follows, I see the subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's get right into today's question. And yes, you can still send your anonymous questions using the link attached to this video or the link on your screen. I really need to read from you. Let's get right into today's question. As a campus student, how can I balance my academics, my personal business, and church activities, yet sustain a rich relationship with God? So I think I can answer this question well because I've been through this phase and I have been in this person's shoes. So I'm not going to be saying things like number one, do this, number two, do this, number three, do this. I'm going to share an abridged version of my campus life and how I was able to navigate that season, doing everything I did. Are you ready? First is to know that you are going to campus to work. Okay, let that get settled in your heart. Going to campus is not a route to escaping from house chores. It's not an opportunity to leave your parents to watch and now I can manage my life by myself. Yes, we would know. We'll know after your first day. We'll know after the 4 years if you really can manage your life or not. You know, we have many students, many 14-year-olds, 15, 16, getting to the university in this generation. And beautifully so, we need to be sure that they are ready to manage everything that comes with that rigorous system. Before I got into school, I was working, I was teaching some students. So when I gained admission, I wanted to continue doing that, not because I wasn't getting support from home, but then I just wanted to have an extra income so that I would not always call my parents for every urgent ticket. So that I did. Amazingly, I gained admission to a school not so far from the vicinity where I was teaching the children. So I paused for a while after I got into school. And I'm glad I did because I was able to find my footing in my first semester. Sometime in second semester, I took up the job again. I got an opportunity to teach 2 children in their houses. So at close of lecture, I'll go to their houses to teach them. Fun fact, I did this till I finished school. Not the same one now, but then I worked till I was done with school. Now, this was something I wanted to do because I love teaching, number one, but majorly because I needed an extra source of income, and I'm glad I did those things. Now, I was stretched, believe you me, I was stretched, having to cope with lectures and work. I was stretched. Now, being a Christian, I placed so much value on my relationship with God. I knew that I wasn't going to school to trade it for anything whatsoever they may be. So I wanted to maintain my relationship with God, and that I did in several ways. There are times I would wake up in the morning and go to have my quiet time at the chapel path. They call it chapel path in my school. Then it's more like a road that leads out of the chapel into the other parts of the school. So we had a place, it was like a praying ground. I'll go there, spend some time with God just to avoid the early morning bustling in the hostel. I would also go there at night sometimes. I just love the serenity of that place and the old prayer atmosphere in that place. So I maintained that routine as often as I could. The system changed in 200 level. I did not get a hostel in the school, so I had to be coming from my parents' house. I had to modify my methods of doing things. Now, when I was about to get into 200 level, I was ordained as an ESCO in my campus fellowship. That was more work. I wasn't going to quit my job to accommodate that, and I wasn't going to also reduce my commitment to my academics because that was what brought me to campus in the first place. That's one thing you must know. No matter the other activities, business, whatever you're taking up, aside your academics. They're beautiful, but make sure they don't affect your academics. Know what works for you. What works for me will be different from what works for you, and what works for your friend will be different. Know what works for you. I was not alone. I had 2 other friends that were doing the exact thing I was doing. So at the close of lectures for the day, it could just be bye, and we all know we're not going home. We're going to the children's houses. And sometimes from there, we come back to church on campus because we were also leaders in fellowship, so we had to be on ground. So more like what my daily routine is like is wake up in the morning, have my quiet time with God. I also learned to pray on the go. I knew that as good as having your prayer time in a solitary place is, having intermittent prayers along the way helps a great deal. It helps you stay aligned. There were times I knew I had assignments, I had tests, and I had not read enough. I'll politely tell my campus fellowship leaders, I'm sorry, I may be absent from this function in church today. Please, I need to quickly cover up something I don't feel satisfied yet that I've covered it, and I don't want to enter the exam hall with fear because I've not done enough. I know the Holy Spirit is there to help me, to guide me, but I can't joke with Him or try to play games on the Holy Spirit. I play my part and allow Him help me, and so He did that all the way. So for you, draw out a schedule that works well for you. If your quiet time is going to be early in the morning, beautiful, let it be so. If you have general devotions, say you live in a family house for instance, remember then we used to have general morning devotions on, I think, Tuesdays and Fridays. And after the general morning devotion, we go for morning cry. It was just beautiful setting God on campus. It was really amazing. It was really beautiful setting God on campus with like minds. And you see that everyone was also scaling up academically. There's no excuse that you're failing because you're committed to church activities. And there is also no excuse that you're not committed to church activities because you want to succeed academically. They are all intertwined. Because when you leave campus, you will face the real life out there, and there are many components, trust me. You want to develop that aspect of balance now that you're in school, so that when you are out of school, you would still find your footing well. So train yourself now, build yourself now. I hear people say things like, when I get to campus, I don't want to join the workforce, I just want to come to church and go back home. Many of the things I now know, many of the trainings I received was because I subjected myself to service in the house of God. It's my Father's house. I will serve any day, anytime. So have that mentality. But don't forget that you are in school to learn. You're in school to learn. Some people are overzealous. Wisdom will tell you when to pick up this activity, and wisdom will tell you when not to add it to what you're doing already. So don't be overzealous that you start bringing reproach to the name of God because of your excessive carryovers. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's not good. I wish you all the best, dear campus students. Your God is before you. He strengthens you. He teaches you how to live. The Holy Spirit is best. There are times He will tell you, drop that thing you're doing, pick up your book lamp and read. It's best in guiding, it's best in leading you. Follow His leadership and seek counsel when needed. If you are too burdened with keeping up with your business, keeping up with your work that is affecting your academics, then ask for help. Talk to people that are doing the same thing you're doing and glean from their experiences, glean from their way, their mode of combining everything they're doing and still doing it well. We are there to strengthen each other. I wish you all the best. I'll see you tomorrow, the 16th state.